the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood. There goes the neighborhood.
Man, it's neighborhood real. Man, for to kick this I got a hot ass topic, man. I want some answers and some understanding. So I'm gonna give you boys time to get on up in here. You know, it's been a minute. Ain't been on live. You know, I be working. So I had to come up with a good topic because I was having a conversation with somebody and they were just chopping it up. So you know that neighborhood real gonna bring that real. We're gonna talk about some real facts, some real convo. So y'all go and tap up in there, man, you know, and let's see what's happening. Everybody join in and let's see where we going from there. Yeah, because man, we got a lot to talk about. I got a lot to talk about, man. I'm curious, man. I need some examples, man. I need to know. You know, y'all get on up in here. All my subscribers, you know, like, share, you know, comment on the video, give me your input. You know, it's tap in. You know, what's up, Crystal? It's tap in. It's tap in Tuesday. I missed it. I caught up with work. But guess what? This open door Friday, though. Yeah, it's open door Friday. So that's what we doing. We got the door open. We're going to come in with something. And here it is, man. This is just my question to everybody because it ain't even really a question. It's just a straight up topic to talk about. So I'll be watching all this YouTube content, right? And I'll be seeing different things going on, different people on different platforms kicking their thing, right? But you know what I'm starting to really notice? I was just curious about this, right? I be seeing it on IG and all that. So I be wondering, like, man, where these youngsters be getting all this money from? You know what I'm saying? It's like, is that a prop? Is these props or they really just doing these numbers? You feel me? So, like, my thing is the younger generation versus the older generation. They say they street. We say we street. We ain't used to be in the street or retired or whatever, but it's not us versus them. My thing is, I'm just trying to figure out how they getting all this money. I seen a kid the other day, he was like 19, say he made like 100 bands in a week. So what's up, Key? What's up, Key? So if this kid he 19 years old, he made 100 bands in a week, right? Just want to spend 40,000 on a necklace and all of this, and these dudes is living in nice homes and having all this cash and doing all these different things. They like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 at the most. And these dudes is having hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? But you got old, you know what I'm saying, dudes, older school dudes like myself and others. We curious, like, how y'all making that money? We want to know, turn us on. You know, that's what the streets do. It turn, you know what I'm saying? But that's just something I just was thinking about. But my topic, man, I'm going to get on my topic, though. And it's still versus the old versus the young, right? So you got these cats, got these platforms. I'm going to call no names, but if I had to, I will. I'll point that ass out because I ain't got no problem with that. So I'm just wondering, man, I just been watching, falling back, looking, you know, with all the events transpiring and, you know, me and, you know, just doing my thing and, you know, pointing out things or whatever. I was just tripping on the fact that, man, I had this conversation. I was like, man, why do dudes that's educated, right, that have platforms reaching out to the dudes from the streets, get their story, right, and let them tell their story on the platform, but yet they don't break no bread with them. They using these dudes' history and credibility and blowing their platform up, but yet they not kicking. They ain't even showing. Nobody asked me. I'm just saying to me, I'm not tripping, but I got enough snap to figure it out on my own. But I don't know exactly how to do it. But my thing is, if you want to interview me and you want to give my story or my exploits in the street or my experiences from the streets and put it on your platform to make you look like a significant street nigga, right? Or you got your ear to the street, you involved with the streets, but you really not, you educated, but you're just using this because you know this will catapult you on up into some views or some money or whatever ventures. because the more prominent people that you get from the street that has a significant story to tell that people want to hear, right, or may be intrigued behind, you guys are using your educational understanding and your technology, your technical savvy, and you're manipulating these dudes. You're basically, man, y'all robbing, right? You robbing the dudes from, you know what I'm saying, from the streets. So we on some streets mentality, then say, man, we don't do that. That's against the code. So again, I ain't gonna call out no name, but I know I watched this transpire where a guy catapulted somebody on their platform, and then when it got hectic, they dropped them. Now you got somebody else coming in, scooping them up, and then, you know, yeah, even though they may be enlightening them, but they still using what this person then put down as, you know what I'm saying, their foundation to catapult their channel. Instead of saying, here, let me go over here to this dude channel or this dude platform, and let me show him how to elevate it off of what he already got established and push him out there. Why does it have to be on my platform, right, in order for him to elevate? So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, people, man. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? If we need to call some names out and some people, let's do it. I'm with all that. You know, I'm with all the shenanigans. We ain't gonna bite our tongue over here, right? But I just want to point that out. Older dudes from the streets, man, authentic. And then we don't get on the internet and do a lot of stuff. They say gangsters don't get on the internet and do certain things. I can agree with that. I can attest to that. But I'm also saying this is a chance for us to put ourselves out there and let, you know what I'm saying, the world know other things about us that, you know, we probably done or we may be famous for on the streets or whatever. Some of us don't want that, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story. My thing is, why is the streets versus the educated, right? So you got these street dudes, all these street guys and women, and these educated or seeing it's lucrative to tap into the streets and bring it on a more because they're putting it on their platform in a more, I'm gonna say, not in a formal educational manner, but it's really out there to educate and raise awareness and promote what they doing on another level. Like, they want all the street shit, but they don't want the drama that come with it. They don't want the titles and the responsibilities that come with it. So it's like, yeah, we got them on here, but I don't condone that. So if you don't condone that and you educated and you don't participate in the street thing, then why are we going getting these individuals from the streets absorbing their knowledge, their experiences, and their game, and then taking it over here and formatting it a whole nother way where it'll benefit you and don't kick back where you got it from? Because what I was taught in the streets, if the old school kicked the game down to you, and then, you know what I'm saying, it benefited you and you elevated off of that, you kick that shit back upstairs. You show that man that respect. You know, you show him, hey man, what you gave me was $1 million worth of game. So in return, let me show you my gratitude. This is what I'm able to do. Hey, school, you need anything? You need me for anything? Holler at me, man. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So here, put that in your pocket. Because without you, I wouldn't have none of this. You have to pay homage back to the people that you get the game from. So why is it that these educated vloggers, internet reporters, taking from the dudes from the streets and putting it in their pocket and won't line the dude pocket and see they struggling or see that they need that, help them build their own brand? Why? Because they your brand. This is not your brand. It's their brand making your brand, and you're turning it and flipped it and molded it like Play-Doh and made it your brand. He's not your brand. Don't go piggy-tailing or back, you know what I'm saying, back hopping on somebody else shit so you can push your agenda, but at the same time, you steady smashing down on them and they can't get theirs off. So why not just go and say, hey, look, check this out. You got something real live going on. Here, let me step in and show you something. If I show you how to push your thing and put some money in your pocket, and will you come over here and help push my platform? You know what I'm saying? and just push that and help me, you know what I'm saying? Let's collaborate together. Let me show you how to use technology and to your advantage and put some real dollars in your pocket, right? If that's what they seeking, or put some money in their pocket, period. Like, because we not signing, nobody's signing no contracts. You know, nobody's having no real legal, you know what I'm saying, understanding about, look, man, if I come on your platform and I talk about this, that, and the other, I'm looking to get compensated for this right here because you're monetized. You're getting money off of this. So, you know, like, what's up? Let's talk about it, man. What y'all think about that? What's up? So I can go look in this chat, man. El Cinco Stacko, what's up, homie? Man, I know, man, I've been gone, man. So, yeah, man, let's talk about it, people. Let's man, get in the chat. You know how I do, man. I got the link in the chat. Man, we can tap in, man. We know it's tap in, man, and get up in here, man. It's Open Door Friday. Shit, let's not talk about it in the comments. Get on the screen. Let's get on it, man. Let's have this real conversation, because I think, and I found out something else about a dude that has a channel, and he's doing some things, and I ain't finna bash. I ain't doing it because I ain't on there. But then I just want to be like, you got dudes, you know what I'm saying, coming on, speaking on things and trying to interpret things, you know what I'm saying, in a way that they not even from that shit. So I'm just like, I'm confused. Like, man, how do somebody come in and speak on my behalf or try to, you know what I'm saying, utilize what I've been through in order to put themselves up here, and then don't even want to acknowledge the fact that you got it from me and that you wouldn't even be there without me. So you can't say you the forefront of the situation or those circumstances, because you're not. You didn't catapult none of that. You got this information or this game from somebody else that's older, because you guys are only in your 20s and you're going to school. You're in junior college. You graduated, you know what I'm saying, with a diploma. You went to a university. You got, you know what I'm saying, the little degree and the schooling, the technology, how to film and put stuff together, and, you know, use a computer and sound bite everything and then mix it in audio and make the images look all good when you bring your shows on and do all this. And look what I got going on. Straight up background, man. I got the wall in a picture. They look all this game out here and all this, you know what I'm saying, these educated youngsters, you know what I'm saying, so supposed to be perceived they educated in street, but they got us street dude. They see what we trying to put on, and they won't even come in and say, damn, bro, you really can make your shit jump. Here, this what you need to add to yours, and whoop, 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 and then you in there. Then get out the way. Boy, we can't get none of that. Man, somebody holler at me, man. What's up? G Foster, man, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Somebody tap in, man. Somebody give me some input. I need to know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Because if I'm wrong and I see it and I'm seeing it in the wrong perspective, man, I'm open for a correction and being criticized about it or whatever, because I believe this right here. I'm watching several people get used by their experiences, and they're not benefiting off of it, right? And these streets versus the educated meaning the technology, you know, and all that, versus us. We don't mess with that type of stuff. We don't do all that. We didn't come from that era. So why not mix the era? Why not mix this together and let us have some money? And let us have some money. But I want to somebody get one of these little rappers on here. Somebody can know any one of them little rappers that go get that get all this money. Somebody know the dude in Houston, South Walker. Somebody tap in, go get him, and explain to me how you make $100,000 on the internet.